Good day, boys and girls, and welcome again for another exciting story from Mimmy's house of character and adventure. This one is about a dog I owned one time named Babe. My son insisted that his name was Babeth, but we tried to tell him his name was Babe. Anyway, Babe was a very unusual critter who lived to eat and hunt. He didn't like to be in the house at all. If I tried to get him in the house, he would just go from window to window, smearing up the glass with his slimy nose, barking to get out. It was soon a very serious problem between me and this dog, because I didn't like him, even though I'm an animal lover for sure. She'd peruse around the house and eat Kleenex out of the garbage and eucalyptus wrappers from my cough drops, and she'd eat rubber bands and paper clips, a few socks, and even a pair of little underpants. What an embarrassment. So we kept her outside in the yard in a nice little bird dog house. But I was developing a serious problem because I didn't like this dog. So what I started to do is call her bad names. I'd say, "Get out of the way, you big fat dumb thing." Or I'd say, "You're an embarrassment to God. He probably designed the whole evolution theory just to clear his name." Anyway, I decided I really better pray, because this dog was driving me crazy. So I asked the dear Lord, what should I do? And I'll never forget it, boys and girls, what he told me to do. He said, "Ask that dog to forgive you." I said, "God, we're talking about a dog here." And he said, "You ask that dog to forgive you for those bad names." All I wanted to do was kill the thing. So what I did, after I looked around to be sure nobody was watching, I get down on my knees in the dirt in front of that dog's big fat face. And I took her face in my hands like this. And I said, "Babe, I ask you to forgive me. You're not a big fat dumb thing. You're not as dumb as a door. God is not embarrassed with you, and please forgive me for calling you stupid." Ooh, that's a bad one. Do you know that dog looked me in the eye for the very first time? And that night, for the very first time, that dog came into our house and didn't run from window to window. She curled up on the floor and went sound asleep. At last she knew she was home. I can't believe it, boys and girls. She was a totally different animal because I peeled those lousy labels off of her that I put on her myself. It's so sad what we say to each other. Well, sure, it was only a dog, but it taught me the importance of being careful what I say and call people, including myself. So that's my story for today, boys and girls. And remember, it's important not to use bad names on people, because you might end up in the mud yourself, just like me. Well, boys and girls, that was a little bit heavy today, maybe. But just think of your Mimmy out there with her hands on the face of this Walker Coon hound asking forgiveness, and that ought to make you laugh a little bit. So until next time, boys and girls, welcome to Mimi's house again, and come back next week for another wonderful story. Bye.